Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hindi ebook before it's gone. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. Today, we'll learn conversational phrases about occupations. After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about your job and ask what somebody does for a living. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your occupation PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं कलाकार हूँ.
Listen to it again, now with the English translation.
आप क्या करते हैं?
What do you do?
मैं कलाकार हूँ.
I'm an artist. First of all, you need to learn how to say, what do you do? That's.
आप क्या करते हैं?
Listen to it again.
आप क्या करते हैं? आप क्या करते हैं?
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, you what do are, but it means, what do you do in English? Now, how do you answer this question? This is the pattern you'll need.
मैं
Your occupation.
हूँ.
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, I occupation am, but it means, I'm an occupation in English. For example, I'm an artist.
मैं कलाकार हूँ. मैं कलाकार हूँ.
Here are a few more professions you can use with the same pattern. Police officer,
पुलिस अधिकारी. पुलिस अधिकारी.
teacher,
अध्यापक. अध्यापक.
doctor,
चिकित्सक. चिकित्सक.
engineer,
इंजीनियर. इंजीनियर.
Now, listen to some examples.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं अध्यापक हूँ. आप क्या करते हैं? मैं चिकित्सक हूँ. आप क्या करते हैं? मैं इंजीनियर हूँ.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what do you do?
आप क्या करते हैं?
Imagine you're a doctor. Do you remember how to say, doctor?
चिकित्सक. चिकित्सक.
Say, I'm a doctor.
मैं चिकित्सक हूँ.
Now answer the question saying that you are a doctor.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं चिकित्सक हूँ.
Now, imagine you're a teacher. Do you remember how to say teacher?
अध्यापक. अध्यापक.
Say, I'm a teacher.
मैं अध्यापक हूँ.
Now, answer the question saying that you are a teacher.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं अध्यापक हूँ।
Now, imagine you're an engineer. Do you remember how to say engineer?
इंजीनियर, इंजीनियर,
Say, I'm an engineer.
मैं इंजीनियर हूँ।
Now, answer the question saying that you are an engineer.
आप क्या करते हैं? मैं इंजीनियर हूँ।
When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, you can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Alicia here. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, how's your mother? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about well-being and ask how someone is doing. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Conversation About Family Well-Being PDF cheat sheet for free. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो ठीक है।
Once more with the English translation.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है?
How's your mother?
वो ठीक है।
She's fine. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, how's your mother? That's,
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है?
listen to it again.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है?
This Hindi sentence literally means, your mother how are, but it translates as, how's your mother in English. Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
वो
state of well-being.
है।
This Hindi sentence literally means, he, she, state of well-being. Are, but it translates as, she is state of well-being in English. For example, she's fine.
वो ठीक है। वो ठीक है।
Here are a few expressions related to well-being that you can use with this pattern. Great,
बढ़िया बढ़िया
fine,
ठीक ठीक
so-so,
बहुत ठीक नहीं बहुत ठीक नहीं
not good,
ठीक नहीं ठीक नहीं
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो बढ़िया है। तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो बहुत ठीक नहीं है। तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो ठीक नहीं है।
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, how's your mother?
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है?
Imagine she's great. Do you remember how to say great?
बढ़िया, बढ़िया,
Say, she's great.
वो बढ़िया है।
Now, answer the question saying she's great.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो बढ़िया है।
Now imagine she's so-so. Do you remember how to say so-so?
बहुत ठीक नहीं, बहुत ठीक नहीं,
Say, she's so-so.
वो बहुत ठीक नहीं है।
Now, answer the question saying she's so-so.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो बहुत ठीक नहीं है।
Now imagine she's not good. Do you remember how to say not good?
ठीक नहीं, ठीक नहीं,
Say, she's not good.
वो ठीक नहीं है।
Now, answer the question saying she's not good.
तुम्हारी माँ कैसी है? वो ठीक नहीं है।
Most people who learn a foreign language learn it so that they can one day have real-life conversations with native speakers. When you start out learning and crack open your first textbook or listen to your first podcast, having a real conversation can feel like a fantasy. When everything about a language feels new, it can be overwhelming. But this couldn't be further from the truth. While it does take a significant amount of time and effort to become fluent, having a conversation might not be as far off as you think. In this video, we'll look at 3 ways you can boost your conversational skills and start talking to native speakers. Number 1, find native speakers and practice with them. It's unlikely you live near a big group of native speakers to practice with. If you happen to be in a major or international city, your chances may be better. Check and see if your city has a general language exchange. Chances are there could be a native speaker there who is also trying to learn another language. Practicing in person with a native speaker is probably the most interesting option for honing your speaking skills. But if you can't find anyone where you live, the next best option is to look online. Luckily for language learners, the past 10 years or so have seen an explosion in online language exchange sites. On these websites, you can search for someone who is a native speaker of your target language and is also learning your native language. The idea behind a language exchange is that you communicate with them via video or text chat, and half of the time, they help you practice your target language. And for the other half, you help them practice theirs. Practicing via an online language exchange is a highly effective way to practice your conversational skills. Number 2, work on pronunciation. Pronunciation is often an overlooked skill when it comes to learning a foreign language. Most people think of a good foreign accent as a luxury rather than a necessity. But what most people don't talk about is how having a good accent boosts your listening and comprehension skills. If you can hear a sound from a foreign language and know how to make it yourself, then you're more likely to understand native speakers when they talk at normal speed, and you're also more likely to remember any new words or phrases you come across. Having a good accent means that the language no longer sounds foreign. Instead, it sounds familiar, maybe even natural. So how do you go about perfecting your accent? The best way is to break down the language into its individual sounds. Make note of any sounds that are the same or similar to your native language and of those that are different. Of the sounds that are different, spend your time practicing the ones that you find the hardest to say correctly. After you're comfortable with the individual sounds, you can start linking together words and phrases. This is where accent practice starts to get really fun and interesting. Get your hands on some native speaker audio from a TV show, song, or podcast. Play the audio back and listen closely a few times. Take note of how words blend together in speech. Then, do your best to imitate what you hear, trying to match the speaker's emphasis and intonation. Our language learning program's playback feature is perfect for this. Record yourself and compare it to the original recording. Rinse and repeat until you're comfortable with the audio selection, and then move on to something more difficult. This is how you can break through the accent barrier and really start to make the language your own. Number 3, learn phrases, not just individual words. Learning grammar and individual words is great, but it's not the only approach you should take if you want to speak fluently. In addition to your regular grammar and vocabulary, try learning whole phrases, even if you aren't totally sure how they work grammatically. Learn phrases that are specific to your needs. It's a good idea to learn phrases that are grouped around a certain setting or subject, such as simple greetings or introductions, questions for getting to know someone, or traveling comfortably. You can even learn filler phrases, which you can use so that you have something to say when, well, you don't know what to say. Learning phrases like this will help you become conversational faster. You may not understand what you're saying literally, but as long as you know the general meaning behind the phrase and know when to use it, you'll be able to talk like a native. Eventually, your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary should catch up with the phrases you know. Learning a new language should feel like an adventure. There will be plateaus and periods in your learning where it feels like you're hitting a wall, but being able to speak with native speakers and have real conversations will help you combat language fatigue. After all, talking to someone face-to-face in a foreign language is one of the main reasons we start learning in the first place. And for even more ways to gain conversation skills, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Alicia here. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what's the matter? After watching this video, you'll be able to make complaints and ask someone else if they're having any issues. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making Complaints PDF cheat sheet for free. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय गर्म है।
Once more with the English translation.
सब ठीक है?
What's the matter?
कार्यालय गर्म है।
The office is hot. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what's the matter? That's,
सब ठीक है?
listen to it again.
सब ठीक है? सब ठीक है?
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, all okay is, but it means, what's the matter in English. Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
कार्यालय
adjective.
है।
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, office adjective is, but it means the office is adjective in English. For example, the office is hot.
कार्यालय गरम है। कार्यालय गरम है।
Here are a few more examples you can use with the same pattern to make complaints. Hot,
गरम गरम।
cold,
ठंडा ठंडा।
noisy,
शोर भरा शोर भरा।
dirty,
गंदा गंदा।
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय ठंडा है।
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय शोर भरा है।
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय गंदा है।
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "What's the matter?"
सब ठीक है?
Imagine the office is cold. Do you remember how to say cold?
ठंडा, ठंडा।
Say, the office is cold.
कार्यालय ठंडा है।
Now answer the question saying the office is cold.
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय ठंडा है।
Now imagine the office is noisy. Do you remember how to say noisy?
शोर भरा, शोर भरा।
Say, the office is noisy.
कार्यालय शोर भरा है।
Now, answer the question saying the office is noisy.
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय शोर भरा है।
Now imagine the office is dirty. Do you remember how to say dirty?
गंदा, गंदा।
Say, the office is dirty.
कार्यालय गंदा है।
Now answer the question saying the office is dirty.
सब ठीक है?
कार्यालय गंदा है।
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to ask and answer the question, how do you say this? After watching this video, you'll be able to ask someone how a word is pronounced. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your How to Say Something PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
ये पार्किंग है।
Once more with the English translation.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
How do you say this?
ये पार्किंग है।
It's parking lot. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, how do you say this? That's,
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
listen to it again.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं? इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, this how say are, but it means, how do you say this in English? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is
ये
word.
है।
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, it word is, but it means it's word in English. For example, it's parking lot.
यह पार्किंग है। ये पार्किंग है।
Here are a few useful words you can use with the same pattern. Parking lot,
पार्किंग, पार्किंग।
giraffe,
जिराफ, जिराफ।
travel,
यात्रा, यात्रा।
invasion,
हमला, हमला,
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह जिराफ है,
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह यात्रा है,
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह हमला है,
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "How do you say this?"
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
Imagine it's the word giraffe. Do you remember how to say giraffe?
जिराफ, जिराफ,
Say, "It's giraffe."
यह जिराफ है,
Now answer the question saying, "It's giraffe."
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह जिराफ है,
Now imagine the word is travel. Do you remember how to say travel?
यात्रा, यात्रा,
Say, "It's travel."
यह यात्रा है,
Now answer the question saying it's travel.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह यात्रा है,
Now imagine the word is invasion. Do you remember how to say invasion?
हमला, हमला,
Say, "It's invasion."
यह हमला है,
Now answer the question saying it's invasion.
इसे कैसे कहते हैं?
यह हमला है,
Want to speak real Hindi from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HindiPod101.com.
You've studied for a while and are ready to talk to people and practice what you've learned. But where do you start? Starting a conversation in a new language can seem a bit intimidating. How do you just jump into it? In this video, we'll look at 5 ways to start conversations. Number 1, introduce yourself in your target language. This is usually one of the first things you learn when you start studying a new language. And sometimes, starting a conversation, or continuing one, is as simple as introducing yourself. Number 2, talking about the weather. This is a universal talking point. People talk about the weather all over the world. And just saying, "It's really nice today," is enough to start a conversation. A great way to practice your weather conversation skills is to check out our Can-Do lesson pathway. This series of lessons teaches you how to talk about the weather in your target language. Number 3, give compliments. Compliments are a great way to start a conversation. You can compliment something about your conversation partner's city, country, or something specific to them personally. "Hey, your bag is super cute," or "That ice cream looks delicious." These kinds of compliments can lead to further conversation about what you complimented. In this case, it could be fashion or a local restaurant. This is a great way to make quick connections with people. Number 4, ask for help. For example, you can ask for directions, ask about prices, or request recommendations for restaurants or shopping spots, and let the conversation go from there. People are usually happy to lend a helping hand to tourists who are visiting their city. Number 5, learn phrases for transactions. This can include getting a room at a hotel or telling a taxi driver where to go. When you're traveling overseas, you'll need to talk to other people in your target language. And while this might be a bit scary at first, you'll find that the people you meet are just happy that you're trying to communicate with them. So get started talking in your target language now. For even more tips on how to start conversations, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what's your favorite number? After watching this video, you'll be able to say many numbers and ask someone their favorite number. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Numbers PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 7 है.
Once more with the English translation.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है?
What's your favorite number?
7 है.
It's 7. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what's your favorite number? That's,
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है?
listen to it again.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है?
This Hindi sentence literally translates into, your favorite number what is? But it means, what's your favorite number in English? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is number.
है.
This Hindi sentence literally translates into number is, but it means its number in English. For example, it's 7.
7 है. 7 है.
Here are a few more numbers you can use with the same pattern. 7,
7 7
2,
2 2
4,
4 4
9,
9 9
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 2 है. आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 4 है. आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 9 है.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what's your favorite number?
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है?
Imagine it's 2. Do you remember how to say 2?
2 2
Say, it's 2.
2 है.
Now answer the question saying, it's 2.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 2 है.
Now imagine it's 4. Do you remember how to say 4?
4 4
Say, it's 4.
4 है,
Now, answer the question by saying, it's 4.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 4 है,
Now, imagine it's 9. Do you remember how to say 9?
9, 9,
Say, it's 9.
9 है,
Now, answer the question saying, it's 9.
आपकी पसंदीदा संख्या क्या है? 9 है,
Want to speak your target language with confidence and impress native speakers? When learning to speak a new language, you have lots of things to think about, including grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Because you're thinking of all of these things and trying to speak, it can be difficult to communicate with confidence, especially in the beginning. This is why it's helpful to make confidence-building exercises part of your language learning process. In this video, you'll learn 7 ways to boost your confidence. 1. Read out loud. This might seem pretty basic, but it's a great way to practice speaking. Reading aloud lets you practice speaking without having to think about grammar or things to talk about. Reading out loud lets you focus on your pronunciation and the rhythm of the language. It can help you learn to speak more smoothly and quickly, without even thinking about it. If you're using our lessons, read the dialogue out loud as you listen. You can read along with the dialogue tool, the lesson notes, or the transcript. 2. Read like a child. This might sound strange, but think about children learning to read. They go slow and sound everything out. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 tries before they read a new word smoothly, and a few more tries before they can read it at a natural pace. This example applies to language learning too. If you find a complex sentence in something you're reading, read it slowly at first, then speed up. With practice, you'll be able to say it easily. It might feel a bit silly to speak very slowly, but this kind of practice can help you identify tough sounds you might miss or say incorrectly when reading quickly. 3. Use the dialogue breakdown tool. If you're using our site, this is a great tool to take advantage of. It breaks down lesson conversations into individual lines. You can listen to the audio for each line, learn what each line means, and can reread and review as much as you want. 4. Use the voice recorder to record and compare yourself with native speakers. Just click on the microphone icon next to each line in the dialogue section. You can use this tool to perfect your pronunciation if you like, but this is also something you can use to work on speaking with confidence at native level speed. You'll find this tool in the dialogue section of all of our lessons. 5. Repeat and review old lesson conversations. Reviewing what you've studied in the past is the best way to make sure you maintain what you've learned. Go back to older lessons, download the lesson dialogue tracks, and re-listen to the conversations again and again. Or you can reread the dialogue lines from previous lessons until you've mastered them all. 6. Shadow conversations. Repeat what you hear out loud. This tactic is important, but it can be tricky when you're doing a brand new lesson. If you're reviewing dialogues from lessons you've done though, it's super easy to do. Just listen to the dialogue and repeat what you hear. Shadowing means mimicking the speaker as soon as they speak, following their intonation and rhythms as closely as possible. 7. Send recordings to your Premium Plus teacher. If you want to speak with confidence, there's no better confidence boost than feedback from a native speaker, and you get just that with a Premium Plus teacher. You can record yourself reciting a lesson dialogue or any dialogue of your own, and your teacher will give you specific tips on how to improve. From the tips your teacher gives you, choose at least one and practice, practice, practice. Being able to react quickly and with confidence in a conversation is typically not something you can do on your first try, but if you continue practicing, you'll gradually find yourself speaking with ease. And for even more ways to build your speaking confidence, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, we'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what kind of movies do you like? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about movies and ask other people about their favorite kinds of movies. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Talking About Movies and TV PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है?
मुझे डरावनी फिल्में पसंद है।
Once more with the English translation.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है?
What kind of movies do you like?
मुझे डरावनी फिल्में पसंद है।
I like horror movies. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what kind of movies do you like? That's,
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है?
listen to it again.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है?
This Hindi sentence literally translates as, you what type of films like are? But it means, what kind of movies do you like? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
मुझे
type of movie.
पसंद है।
This Hindi sentence literally translates as, I, type of movie, like are. But it means, I like type of movie. For example, I like horror movies.
मुझे डरावनी फिल्में पसंद है। मुझे डरावनी फिल्में पसंद है।
Here are a few more kinds of movies you can use with the same pattern to talk about movies. Horror movies.
डरावनी फिल्में। डरावनी फिल्में।
Comedy movies.
कॉमेडी फिल्में। कॉमेडी फिल्में।
Fantasy movies.
फंतासी फिल्में। फंतासी फिल्में।
Romance movies.
रोमांटिक फिल्में। रोमांटिक फिल्में।
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे कॉमेडी फिल्में पसंद है। तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे फंतासी फिल्में पसंद है। तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे रोमांटिक फिल्में पसंद है।
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, what kind of movies do you like?
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है?
Imagine you like comedies. Do you remember how to say comedy?
कॉमेडी फिल्में। कॉमेडी फिल्में।
Say, I like comedies.
मुझे कॉमेडी फिल्में पसंद है।
Now answer the question saying that you like comedies.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे कॉमेडी फिल्में पसंद है.
Now imagine that you like fantasy movies. Do you remember how to say fantasy?
फंतासी फिल्में. फंतासी फिल्में.
Say, I like fantasy movies.
मुझे फंतासी फिल्में पसंद है.
Now, answer the question saying you like fantasy movies.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे फंतासी फिल्में पसंद है.
Now imagine you like romantic movies. Do you remember how to say romantic?
रोमांटिक फिल्में. रोमांटिक फिल्में.
Say, I like romantic movies.
मुझे रोमांटिक फिल्में पसंद है.
Now answer the question saying you like romantic movies.
तुम्हें किस तरह की फिल्में पसंद है? मुझे रोमांटिक फिल्में पसंद है.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to answer the question, what are you doing during the holiday? After watching this video, you'll be able to talk about your holiday plans. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your National Holidays PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं समुंदर तट पर जाने की सोच रहा हूं.
Once more with the English translation.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
What are you doing for Holi?
मैं समुंदर तट पर जाने की सोच रहा हूं.
I'm planning to go to the beach. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, what are you doing for Holi? That's,
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
listen to it again.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो? तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
This Hindi sentence literally translates as, you holy of day what do are be? But it means, what are you doing for Holi? Now, how do you answer this question? The pattern is,
मैं
plan.
की सोच रहा हूं.
This Hindi sentence literally translates as, I plan of think or am. But it means, I'm planning to plan. For example, I'm planning to go to the beach.
मैं समुंदर तट पर जाने की सोच रहा हूं. मैं समुंदर तट पर जाने की सोच रहा हूं.
Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk about your plans. Go to the beach.
समुंदर तट पर जाने. समुंदर तट पर जाने.
Travel.
सफर करने. सफर करने.
Stay home.
घर पर रहने. घर पर रहने.
Go to the movies.
फिल्म देखने. फिल्म देखने.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं सफर करने की सोच रहा हूं.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं घर पर रहने की सोच रहा हूं।
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं फिल्म देखने की सोच रहा हूं।
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "What are you doing for Holi?"
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
Imagine you're planning to travel. Do you remember how to say travel?
सफर करने, सफर करने।
Say, "I'm planning to travel."
मैं सफर करने की सोच रहा हूं।
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to travel.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं सफर करने की सोच रहा हूं।
Now, imagine you're planning to stay home. Do you remember how to say stay home?
घर पर रहने, घर पर रहने।
Say, "I'm planning to stay home."
मैं घर पर रहने की सोच रहा हूं।
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to stay home.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं घर पर रहने की सोच रहा हूं।
Now imagine you're planning to go to the movies. Do you remember how to say go to the movies?
फिल्म देखने, फिल्म देखने।
Say, "I'm planning to go to the movies."
मैं फिल्म देखने की सोच रहा हूं।
Now, answer the question saying you're planning to go to the movies.
तुम होली के दिन क्या कर रहे हो?
मैं फिल्म देखने की सोच रहा हूं।
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. We've found that the best way to learn a language is to speak it from day one. And the best way to start speaking is to learn phrases that you'll use in real conversations. In this lesson, you'll learn conversational phrases to use when talking on the phone. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for someone on the phone and to put someone on hold. And if you want to learn more vocabulary, phrases, and example sentences you can use in real-life situations, click the link in the description to download your Making a Phone Call PDF cheat sheet for free. Now, let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
हेलो, मैं प्रभारी व्यक्ति से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल, 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए।
Once more with the English translation.
हेलो, मैं प्रभारी व्यक्ति से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge.
बिल्कुल, 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए।
Okay, just a moment. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say hello on the phone. That's
हेलो, हेलो,
Then you'll need to learn how to say, "I'd like to speak with person." The pattern is
मैं
person.
से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
This Hindi sentence literally translates as, "I person with talk do want am," but it means I'd like to speak with person. For example, "Hello, I'd like to speak with the person in charge."
हेलो, मैं प्रभारी व्यक्ति से बात करना चाहती हूँ। हेलो, मैं प्रभारी व्यक्ति से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
Now, how do you answer this question?
बिल्कुल, 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए।
Okay, just a moment. Listen to it again.
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
This Hindi sentence literally translates as absolutely, 1 minute wait do. But it means, okay, just a moment. Here are a few more phrases you can use with the same pattern to talk on the phone. The person in charge.
प्रभारी व्यक्ति, प्रभारी व्यक्ति,
A sales representative.
सेल्स प्रतिनिधि, सेल्स प्रतिनिधि,
The manager.
प्रबंधक, प्रबंधक,
Customer service.
ग्राहक सेवा, ग्राहक सेवा,
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
मैं सेल्स प्रतिनिधि से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
मैं प्रबंधक से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
मैं ग्राहक सेवा से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, I'd like to speak with person?
मैं
Person.
से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
And how do you answer it?
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
Imagine you want to talk to a sales representative. Do you remember how to say, a sales representative?
सेल्स प्रतिनिधि, सेल्स प्रतिनिधि,
Say, I'd like to speak with a sales representative.
मैं सेल्स प्रतिनिधि से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
Now say you want to talk to a sales representative and answer it.
मैं सेल्स प्रतिनिधि से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
Now, imagine you want to talk to the manager. Do you remember how to say, the manager?
प्रबंधक, प्रबंधक,
Say, I'd like to speak with the manager.
मैं प्रबंधक से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
Now say you want to talk to the manager and answer it.
मैं प्रबंधक से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
Now imagine you want to talk to customer service. Do you remember how to say customer service?
ग्राहक सेवा, ग्राहक सेवा,
Say, I'd like to speak with customer service.
मैं ग्राहक सेवा से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
Now say you want to talk to customer service and answer it.
मैं ग्राहक सेवा से बात करना चाहती हूँ।
बिल्कुल 1 मिनट इंतजार कीजिए
Want to speak and understand more of your target language? If so, of course, you'll need to know more words and phrases than you do now. In this video, we'll cover 5 ways to master new words and phrases fast. Number 1, use our free vocabulary list. This is a free library of vocabulary and phrase lessons for all kinds of situations. You can learn words and phrases for current events, holidays like Halloween and Thanksgiving, and useful topics like the top 10 ways to say hello, conversational phrases, and more. You'll learn phrases that you won't find in textbooks. If you want to learn extra fast, use the slideshow tool. Just tap or click on View Slideshow, then sit back and review the words and phrases. Find the vocabulary list in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. These vocabulary lists are free for all users. Number 2, take the audio and video lessons. One of the best ways to learn new words is by hearing and using them in conversations. This is because it gives you the opportunity to understand how the words are actually used. In every lesson dialogue, you'll likely come across some words you don't know. But don't worry, because our teachers translate everything. When you hear the conversation again at the end of the lesson, you'll be familiar with the words you didn't know at first. Number 3, learn with our 2,000 most common words list. A quick question. How many words do you think you need for conversational fluency? 3,000? 5,000? It's actually not as many as you think. Language experts say you need about 1,500 words to reach conversational fluency. With our 2,000 most common words list, you'll get access to key vocabulary words you need to boost your conversation skills. The words are broken down into simple categories, such as adjectives, nouns, verbs, food, drinks, numbers, months, and so on. So you can go category by category and focus on what you're most interested in first. With this tip, we're not talking about paper flashcards. We're talking about the smart flashcards that you can find in our premium study tools. This is an automatic system individualized for each member based on their study needs. First, you'll use the cards to check your knowledge. Then, according to your answers, the cards will be sorted according to which words you need more practice with. Words that you struggle with will be shown to you more and more. You'll see words that you know well less often. This system helps you study more efficiently. It displays the words you need to work on and knows when you should refresh your knowledge. This helps make sure you don't forget vocabulary. In every study session, these cards will help you refresh your memory on the words you learned last time and introduce new words. Number 5, use the words. After you learn a new word, using it right away is crucial to remembering it. So, when you're done with a lesson or a vocab list, here's something you can do. Leave a comment. Make up a sample sentence and post it in the comment section. Write it down in a notebook, or shadow the word with a lessons dialogue. Our language learning program is full of tools that can help you speak more. Just pick one and get started. If you want to unlock all of these study tools, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Want to speak real Hindi from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HindiPod101.com.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the Dialogue Study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the two recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम प्रेरणा है. Hi everybody, my name is Prerna. Welcome to HindiPod101.com's Hindi in 3 minutes, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hindi. In the last lesson, we learned how to show gratitude to people by saying Dhanyavad. In this lesson, we'll learn some of the most common greetings used in India. क्या आप तैयार हैं? Are you ready? तो चलिए शुरू करें. So, let's begin. Let's start with a greeting you're sure to have heard before. Namaste. This is a word that is so closely associated with India and Indian culture that it has become famous all over the world. Namaste. Namaste. The word Namaste is made out of two Sanskrit words, Nama and Te, which have been joined to mean I salute you. We use Namaste as a formal as well as a friendly greeting. It's used when people meet at any time of the day, morning, noon, or evening. A slightly more formal variation on Namaste, which you may or may not have heard before, is Namaskar. Namaskar. Use this and you'll surely impress your Indian friends. In Hindi, using different greetings for each time of the day is not very common. When talking with friends, we usually just use the English phrases. But there are equivalent Hindi versions. They're just not used that often. If you meet someone before noon, you can say Suprabhat. Suprabhat. For later in the day, you can say Shubh Sandhya. Shubh Sandhya. But for most of the time, you can just say Namaste and not worry about it. As we learned in this lesson, Namaste can mean both hello and goodbye. However, this is not the only way of saying goodbye in Hindi. A parting expression that we can use for all occasions is Fir milenge, which means see you. Fir milenge. Fir milenge. The first word fir means again, and the second word milenge means we will meet. Let's look at one more expression, alvida. Alvida is an Urdu word which means goodbye. Alvida. It is an appropriate choice when parting for a long time. Now, it's time for Prerna's points. The easiest way of saying your goodbyes in Hindi is by using Namaste. Take a slight bow with folded hands and say Namaste. Namaste and Namaskar both come from Sanskrit and mean something like I honor you or I bow to you. In the next lesson, we'll learn the meaning of the phrase क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Do you already know it? We'll be waiting to talk about it with you in our next Hindi in 3 minutes lesson. फिर मिलेंगे. नमस्ते, मेरा नाम प्रेरणा है. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Hi, my name is Prerna. Nice to meet you. Welcome to HindiPod101.com's Hindi in 3 minutes, the fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Hindi. In the last lesson, we learned how to use the verb jana, which means to go, in Hindi. In this lesson, we'll learn another very common Hindi verb. This is karna, which means to do. But as in English, you'll see that the meaning of this verb is quite broad and it can be found in many different situations. So, imagine someone asks you, "Tum kya kar rahe ho?" This would be an informal way to ask a male, "What are you doing?" If the speaker were talking to a woman, rahe changes into rahi and it would become, "Tum kya kar rahi ho?" So, if you're doing your work, for example, a man might say, "मैं काम कर रहा हूँ." मैं काम कर रहा हूँ. If you're a female, you'd say, मैं काम कर रही हूँ. It's the same, but the raha becomes rahi. So, let's break down this answer. First, we had मैं, which is I. Kaam, which means work. After this comes kar raha, which is a form of karna, to do. It means something like I'm doing. When said by a male, kar rahi would be its feminine form. Hu, which is the verb to be, used in the first person singular. It's something like am in English. Let's look at another example. If someone asks you to come and give him a hand, but you're preparing dinner, you can say, मैं खाना बना रहा हूँ, which literally means I'm preparing the meal. Raha changes into rahi in the first person feminine. For example, मैं खाना बना रही हूँ. For masculine and feminine plural, it changes into rahe. So it becomes हम खाना बना रहे हैं. Now it's time for Prerna's points. Did you know that karna is related to the common English word karma? Both are related to the Sanskrit word for acts or deeds. Though in English, the word is often used to express the idea that being good leads to good fortune and being bad leads to bad fortune, its original sense was closer to the modern Hindi in its meaning of to do something. In this lesson, we learn how to use the verb karna and the word raha in many different contexts. I'm sure it will help you a lot. In the next lesson, we'll learn another very useful phrase, अच्छा लगना. Do you know what this means? I'll be waiting for you with the answer in the next Hindi in 3 minutes lesson. फिर मिलेंगे. See you then.
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day.
About 10 words, 10 sentences which you would love to listen from others. So let's start. आज आप बहुत सुंदर दिख रहे हो. You are looking great today. Our first sentence is आज आप बहुत सुंदर दिख रहे हो. You are looking great today. Well, who will not want to listen this sentence from anyone? मुझे आपकी याद आती है. I miss you. मुझे आपकी याद आती है. I miss you. तुमने बहुत अच्छा काम किया. Which means you did a great job. तुमने बहुत अच्छा काम किया. Which means you did a great job. Well, if you have done a project or maybe you have finished an assignment and if you get to hear this, nothing like that. आप एक बहुत अच्छे बावर्ची हैं. You are an excellent cook. आप एक बहुत अच्छे बावर्ची हैं. You are an excellent cook. Well, I love to eat and I like to compliment people who cooks a great meal or who cook a lot of meals for me. Well, it's a good way of appreciating a person is putting a lot of efforts in cooking. We should appreciate that. एक ब्रेक ले लो, आज मैं सफाई करता हूँ. You take a break, I'll be doing cleaning today. एक ब्रेक ले लो, आज मैं सफाई करता हूँ. You take a break, I'll be doing cleaning today. और तुम जीत गए, and you win. Our next sentence is और तुम जीत गए, and you win. Well, every sports person would love to hear this sentence from the opposite team that you have won. That's why we play. आप ठीक कह रहे थे. You were right. आप ठीक कह रहे थे. You were right. आप ठीक कह रहे थे. You were right. मैं आपके लिए कुछ खास लाया हूँ. I have brought something special for you. मैं आपके लिए कुछ खास लाया हूँ. I have brought something special for you. Well, I'm the one who loves to get surprises from others, and whenever someone comes and says this sentence, it just gives me goosebumps. I don't know what comes, but a surprise is a surprise. Budget असीमित है, which means the budget is unlimited. Our next sentence is budget असीमित है, which means the budget is unlimited. Well, trust me, if you're a corporate guy or if you're into marketing, most of the times you get a limited budget. But imagine your manager is coming up to you and saying that this time the budget is unlimited. आपकी मेडिकल रिपोर्ट बहुत अच्छी है. Your medical report is absolutely fine. आपकी मेडिकल रिपोर्ट बहुत अच्छी है. Your medical report is absolutely fine. Just imagine you're going to a doctor and you get to hear this sentence from your doctor that you are doing pretty good, your health is pretty good. The most commonly used words in Hindi. Namaste. Hello. So our first word is Namaste. So this is a very courteous way of saying hello in Hindi. So whenever we want to greet someone in Hindi, we just fold our hands and say Namaste, which means hello in English. Suprabhat. Good morning. Moving on to the next word, which is Suprabhat, which means good morning. Shubh Ratri. Good night. Shubh Ratri, which means good night. Shubh Sandhya. Good evening. Shubh Sandhya, which means good evening. आपका नाम क्या है? What is your name? Moving on to the next set of words, which is आपका नाम क्या है, which means in English, what is your name? मैं हूँ. I am. So to reply to this question, we can always answer like मेरा नाम अनुज खुराना है. My name is अनुज खुराना. आपसे मिलकर खुशी हुई. Nice to meet you. आपको मिलके खुशी हुई. Nice to meet you. आप कैसे हैं? How are you? So next set of words is asking someone that how they are doing. आप कैसे हैं? How are you? जी मैं ठीक हूँ. और आप? I'm fine, thanks. And you? So to reply to this question, we can always answer like मैं ठीक हूँ. I'm fine, thank you. कृपया, please. कृपया, which means please. Whenever we are requesting someone, we always use this word कृपया. कृपया आप मुझे अपना पेन दे दीजिए. Please give me your pen. So always remember, कृपया is a very courteous way of saying please. धन्यवाद. Thank you. Our next word is thank you. धन्यवाद. धन्यवाद आपने मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया. Thank you for inviting me here. कोई बात नहीं. You're welcome. कोई बात नहीं, which means you're welcome. So whenever someone is saying thank you to us, like धन्यवाद in Hindi, we can always address them like कोई बात नहीं. You're welcome. हाँ, yes. So the next word is हाँ, which means yes. हाँ, मेरा नाम अनुज खुराना है. Yes, my name is Anuj Khurana. नहीं, no. So opposite to yes, the next word is no. नहीं. नहीं, मैं आज डिनर नहीं खाऊंगा. No, I'm not going to have dinner tonight. ठीक है. Okay. ठीक है, which means okay in English. ठीक है, आज आप थोड़ा लेट आ जाना. Okay, you can come a bit late today. मुझे माफ कीजिएगा. Excuse me. मुझे माफ कीजिएगा, which means excuse me. मुझे क्षमा करें. I'm sorry. मुझे क्षमा करें, which means please forgive me. मुझे क्षमा करें, आज मैं थोड़ा लेट हूँ. Please forgive me, I'm a bit late today. शौचालय कहाँ है? Where is the restroom? शौचालय कहाँ है? Which means where is the restroom? एक मिनट रुकिए. Wait a moment. Our next set of words are एक मिनट रुकिए, which means wait a moment. एक मिनट रुकिए, मैं अभी वापस आता हूँ. Wait a moment, I'll be back. यह कितने का है? How much is this? यह कितना है? How much is it? It is like asking someone like, how much is this? How much is this number? यह कितना है? क्या मुझे चेक मिल सकता है? Can I get the check, please? क्या मुझे चेक मिल सकता है? Which means, can I get the check, please? बधाई हो. Congratulations. बधाई हो, which means congratulations. बधाई हो, आप हिंदी पॉड 101 से हिंदी सीख रहे हैं. Congratulations, you are learning Hindi from hindipod101.com. फिर मिलेंगे. See you later. फिर मिलेंगे, which means see you again. अपना ध्यान रखिएगा. Take care. Coming to the end of this lesson, so our next word is अपना ध्यान रखिएगा, which means take care. Alvida. Goodbye. So the last word for this lesson is alvida, Goodbye. अलविदा, हम जल्द ही मिलेंगे. Goodbye, we're gonna meet again.
Want to speak real Hindi from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at HindiPod101.com.
10 questions you should know how to answer in Hindi. The most commonly asked questions in Hindi we are going to learn today. आपका नाम क्या है? What is your name? So to begin with, the first question is आपका नाम क्या है? आपका नाम क्या है? Which means what is your name? आपका नाम क्या है? And to answer this question, we can answer it like मेरा नाम अनुज खुराना है. My name is अनुज खुराना. आप कैसे हैं? How are you? So the next question is आप कैसे हैं? आप कैसे हैं? How are you? And we can answer this question like मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ. I'm absolutely fine. So the question was आप कैसे हैं? आप कहाँ से हो? Where are you from? So the next question is आप कहाँ से हैं? आप कहाँ से हैं? Which means where are you from? आप कहाँ से हैं? We can answer it like I am from Mumbai. मैं मुंबई से हूँ. आप कहाँ से हैं? To answer, I am from Mumbai. आपका जन्मदिन कब है? When is your birthday? Moving on to our next question, which is आपका जन्मदिन कब होता है? When is your birthday? आपका जन्मदिन कब होता है? You can answer it like my birthday is on 1st January. मेरा जन्मदिन 1st जनवरी को होता है. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? Where do you live? आप कहाँ रहते हैं? आप कहाँ रहते हैं? Where do you live? To answer this, we can answer it like I live in India. मैं इंडिया में रहता हूँ. आप कहाँ पर रहते हैं? Which means where do you live? तुम कहाँ काम करते हो? Where do you work? Another question which comes up is आप कहाँ पर काम करते हैं? आप कहाँ पर काम करते हैं? To answer this, wherever we work, we can just answer it like I work at XYZ office. मैं XYZ ऑफिस में काम करता हूँ. आप कहाँ पर काम करते हैं? आपने हिंदी कहाँ से सीखी? Where did you learn Hindi from? Okay, so the next question is आपने हिंदी कहाँ से सीखी? आपने हिंदी कहाँ से सीखी? From where have you learned Hindi? Well, I think to answer this, it's quite simple. You can answer it like मैंने हिंदी hindipod101.com से सीखी है. I've learned Hindi from hindipod101.com. आपने हिंदी कहाँ से सीखी? Which means from where you have learned Hindi. क्या आपने खाना खा लिया है? Have you eaten already? Okay. So the next question is क्या आपने खाना खा लिया है? क्या आपने खाना खा लिया है? Have you eaten your food? क्या आपने खाना खा लिया है? So you can answer it like yes, I just ate my food. जी हाँ, मैंने बस अभी अपना खाना खत्म किया है. क्या आपको भारतीय खाना पसंद है? Do you like Indian food? Next question you might come across is क्या आपको भारतीय खाना पसंद है? Do you like Indian food? Well, to answer this, my answer will be quite simple. I just love Indian food, so I can just simply answer मुझे भारतीय खाना बहुत पसंद है. I just love Indian food. क्या आप कभी भारत गए हैं? Have you ever been to India? So the next question which a lot of Hindi speaking people might ask you, क्या आप कभी भारत गए हैं? क्या आप कभी भारत गए हैं? Have you ever visited India? To answer this, you can just simply say yes or no, however you feel. So the yes means हाँ, no means no, and accordingly you can answer this question.
नमस्ते, आपका नाम क्या है?
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम मेघा है और आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम आशा है।
आशा जी, आपका नाम अच्छा है।
शुक्रिया। कमला जी, आप कैसी है?
अरे महिमा जी, मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ और आप कैसी हैं?
मैं भी ठीक हूँ, धन्यवाद।
आपका बेटा कैसा है?
वो बहुत अच्छा है, धन्यवाद। आप शाकाहारी हैं?
नहीं, मैं शाकाहारी नहीं हूँ।
तो आप मांसाहारी हैं?
जी हाँ, लेकिन मैं सिर्फ गोमांस नहीं खाती हूँ। आपकी कितनी बिल्लियाँ हैं?
मेरी एक बिल्ली है।
और कितने कुत्ते हैं?
2।
आपकी उम्र क्या है?
मैं 30 साल की हूँ।
आपके कितने बच्चे हैं?
मेरे कोई बच्चे नहीं हैं।
एक औरत एक दुकानदार से बात कर रही है। वह औरत कौन सी मंजिल पर जाएगी? माफ कीजिए, औरतों के कपड़े कहाँ पर हैं?
तीसरी, चौथी और पांचवी मंजिल पर।
कोट किस मंजिल पर है?
चौथी मंजिल पर। लिफ्ट वहां पर है।
चौथी मंजिल पे, धन्यवाद। वह औरत कौन सी मंजिल पर जाएगी? एक औरत एक दुकानदार से बात कर रही है। वह औरत कौन सी मंजिल पर जाएगी? माफ कीजिए, औरतों के कपड़े कहाँ पर हैं?
तीसरी, चौथी और पांचवी मंजिल पर।
कोट किस मंजिल पर है?
चौथी मंजिल पर। लिफ्ट वहां पर है।
चौथी मंजिल पे, धन्यवाद। एक आदमी और एक औरत बात कर रहे हैं। चाबी कहाँ है?
अपार्टमेंट की चाबी कहाँ है?
मैंने मेज पर रखी थी।
वहां नहीं है।
मेज के नीचे देखो।
नहीं है।
जेब में भी नहीं है।
ओह, यह मेरे बैग में थी।
चाबी कहाँ है? एक आदमी और एक औरत बात कर रहे हैं। चाबी कहाँ है?
अपार्टमेंट की चाबी कहाँ है?
मैंने मेज पर रखी थी।
वहां नहीं है।
मेज के नीचे देखो।
नहीं है।
जेब में भी नहीं है।
ओह, यह मेरे बैग में थी।
एक आदमी और एक औरत बात कर रहे हैं। आदमी पेंटिंग कब करता है? क्या आप हर रोज पेंटिंग करते हैं?
हाँ जी, सुबह 9 बजे से शाम के 7 बजे तक।
9 से 7 बजे तक 10 घंटे।
हाँ, आखिर यह मेरा काम है।
आदमी पेंटिंग कब करता है? एक आदमी और एक औरत बात कर रहे हैं। आदमी पेंटिंग कब करता है? क्या आप हर रोज पेंटिंग करते हैं?
हाँ जी, सुबह 9 बजे से शाम के 7 बजे तक।
9 से 7 बजे तक 10 घंटे।
हाँ, आखिर यह मेरा काम है।
Expand your vocabulary with our core 2000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Hindi ebook before it's gone.